Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Last time we watched a lot of scenes like we always do, but the short of it all is Snake is going to try again to defeat his old mentor and save Sokolov, along with stopping the Shagohod.
But that's not all, everyone. We're going to be trying something that we haven't done for a while, and that's actually change a couple of our voices around.
To be more specific, Jordan and I got new microphones, and that might cause a difference in voice quality, so if the audience can let us know if it seems to be an improvement or if we should change it back. A few videos will still have the older voices, so it will be easier to compare. I don't know why anyone would complain about my luscious voice, but after a while we decided to experiment a little bit.
I don't remember seeing as many comments about my voice recently, but at the same time I don't feel like I showed much in terms of emotion at points, so perhaps this will be a much better alternative if the fans enjoy it.
And who knows, maybe we'll even change around the president voices if people think it's worth experimenting with too. I mean, my voice obviously is perfect and needs no changes whatsoever, but who says perfect can't improve even further?
There's a lot of things wrong with that statement, but it would take the entire length of the video to mention all of them, so I'm not even going to bother.
No, I'm pretty sure I had it right with saying my voice is not only perfect, but also the best and requiring no adjustments whatsoever.
Hey guys, the scene has started up now. I wonder if horses just live here. Normally that would be cool.
I highly doubt it, Joe.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Come on, Snake, you have a free shot. She can't do that CQC thing from that distance. You can get one part of the mission done right now.
What are you doing here?
I'm sure him not shooting her just added several hours to the game that could have been avoided right now. Not that I expect it to be easy to harm someone he knows so well, but that makes it more difficult for everyone.
Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Considering how badly he did armed, I can't imagine he's going to do any better unarmed.
He seems persistent, but not necessarily well equipped to fight her.
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss.
I'm guessing this whole dynamic is going to lead to a really difficult fight against her later to see how well you've improved compared to now.
That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry.
If this causes a large enough fire that will lead to much fewer hiding places. I don't imagine it would spread that much unless Snake brought an extinguisher with him.
Hey, it's that ghost guy we saw before. I wonder how a ghost even exists in this world, since most of the differences compared to the real world are with technology. But glad that the rain makes the fire less of a problem.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings?
I find it rather difficult for him to answer her questions when she just keeps asking more. Like, give him a moment to respond before bombarding him with more and more.
You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either.
If she's this difficult to fight in cutscenes, then I can't imagine she's going to be any easier in an actual fight where I'm playing. I know some enemies are much more capable in scenes compared to gameplay, so the idea of that being true here is worrisome.
If we meet again, I'll kill you. Now, go home.
I've had a few dates end like that before.
You mean where your hand got stepped on by a horse told I'll kill you and to go home?
Yeah, it happened more frequently than you might think.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I mean, it clearly wasn't impossible if she was still there. Maybe she never left after Snake was sent off the bridge. I wonder if I'll have to go through those sections all over again. I guess they weren't that long anyway.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion.
All right, Barack, do you think you can get through some more sections of the jungle without your gun? Those guards will cause quite the issue for you if you're not careful.
Yes, Donald, don't you worry, I'm going to be all right. Aside from Joe's nonsensical stories, was there anything that we can talk about while I make my way through this section?
Actually, yes, there is something incredibly important that I need to bring to everyone's attention before this goes any further. I wanted to wait until there wasn't as much going on in the gameplay so we could primarily focus on this. I am not sure how much you all have been focusing on televised events, but there was a very important topic we needed to bring up. That being the absolutely awful Marvel Zombie series that just released on Disney Plus several days ago.
Oh wait, was that it? I was thinking it was something much more important based on how you built it up.
Of course, it's important both to me and should be to all of you. To give some context, the original comic series of Marvel Zombies was better in every way possible. For one, it had a unique twist on the typical zombie formula where nearly everyone was already infected and the main powered characters retained their abilities except for healing. Some issues were not as good as others, especially the reboots, but it was an intense and disturbing story about loss, finding hope in a ruined world, overcoming addiction, and many more topics not seen in the medium.
Ben, you know, I think you're usually on the right side of the aisle when it comes to recent events, but you sound like one of those generic nerds talking about how their decades-old comics are the greatest stories ever written.
First off, they are, and second, no, I'm not. Anyways, the Marvel Zombie series has about as much to do with the comics as they did with Secret Invasion, which was essentially none, though. That one was way worse. I suppose this does have two zombies capable of speech and zombies with their powers, but that's it. None of the actual events are remotely similar in any way, so they may as well have called it something else. Most of the characters are just ones from Phase 4 and 5, with a lot of the ones people actually like to see are either not there or gone after a couple of minutes at most.
Wow, you really didn't like it at all. I haven't had any interest in watching most of the MCU media recently, so I doubt I'll be watching this. I might have changed my mind if you said you really liked it, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
To be fair, there were a few things I did enjoy about it, even if they didn't really make up for it in my eyes. The performances were good, and I did like the ending battle quite a bit. The last scene itself also was the only part that I thought actually captured the hopelessness that was present throughout the comic series, even if it seems to be too much of a cliffhanger considering the amount of heroes left by the end of the series. If you were to not think about the fact that it's called Marvel Zombies and expect it to be completely different to what was supposed to be the source material, then you may enjoy it more than I did.
That was really interesting there, Ben. I'm really going to be thinking about what you said for a whole few seconds or so.
What was that you mentioned earlier, something about Secret Invasion? Was that also something you watched recently?
That was actually somehow worse than Marvel Zombies, both compared to its respective comic and just as a series in general. I'll admit it did have some ideas I found interesting, like seeing a different side of Nick Fury, and the concept of Skrulls taking the place of regular people for their own personal gain, but the execution was awful. The whole Nick Fury being a worse person than he lets on based on how he abandoned the Skrulls shows a new side to him that gets completely disregarded by the time the Marvels comes out, so it can't even stick to what it was trying to show for more than one Marvel product before getting ignored.
I don't think that last part is the fault of the movie or the series, though.
You're right, it isn't really either's fault necessarily, but more of an issue with the projects not connecting organically when characters change their tone so drastically. Besides that, there's the main villain that I didn't find all that interesting, and it's killed about 5 minutes after his plan to gain many of the previous abilities from the hero succeeds. The performance by Don Cheadle as a Skrull impersonating James Rhodes was interesting, as I found him a lot more entertaining than the person he's impersonating. The part where he asks someone at the hospital where someone else is and then gets her in trouble immediately after for giving information about a patient out is always amusing to me.
I am regretting asking my previous question by now.
I could go on for a lot longer about that, but for the sake of not having too long of a discussion on this, I'll stop for the time being. Barack, how's it going over there for you?
Who's that? Radio, get us some back.
It was going just fine until that exact moment where you stopped talking about Marvel shows, so I guess that's one for Donald's list he's keeping track of. I didn't know the guard wouldn't stay down.
That's all right. We all make mistakes. It just so happens that I'm keeping track of them so you don't forget them when there's a really high number of them by the end of the series.
Well, you're okay now and you're able to heal whatever wounds you have. All that medical equipment must take up a lot of space, especially if you're going to need a lot of it.
I'm going to be all right, guys. Sure, I may get caught a couple more times, but I know I'll be doing better than at least you, Donald, and this playthrough will go off without any major problems with getting caught and injured and all of that.
Barack, what exactly is it that you're doing?
I was spinning.
That happened to me a few times during my dates, usually leading to the horse stepping on my hand and all that.
Okay, Joe, we're all learning more about your personal life than we would prefer to know.
Yeah, I'd prefer to hear your stories over your dating life, Joe, which is really saying something.
I can tell you all about that if you'd like. I still have a lot of stories I can tell.
No, that wasn't quite what I meant. It was more that I don't want to hear either, but if I had to choose one, it would be the stories. I didn't mean to imply either of them were worth listening to in any way.
Okay, thanks for clearing that up.
You know, it's been a few minutes of just gameplay, which is quite unusual for this game, so I anticipate several minutes of scenes coming up very soon.
Based on the sudden dimming, I'm thinking you're right.
Even in the cutscene, Snake got caught by someone again. I thought this was supposed to be a stealth operation, but not anymore.
Are you the agent they sent?
Are you Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
All right, say the password. Who are the Patriots? Who are the Patriots? Answer me.
Snake, I don't think asking the same question again is helping you. At least you're not asking different questions one after the other like the boss was earlier, and you're just repeating the same one, but the results are about the same.
That person must be a really good shot to hit all those people from there, especially with the way she was aiming the gun to the side.
There is your answer.
You doing all right over there, Joe? We know how you get around pretty much every woman in the games we play.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. As long as her outfit remains exactly as it is and nothing else, then I'll probably not react in any weird way.
The name's Eva.
Joe, you were doing so well for a little while, holding yourself back. You can't lose all the progress you made.
We will have to leave him be for now.
This wasn't part of the plan. What happened to Adam?
What's your code name?
It's Snake.
Snake, huh? Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
What happened to Adam?
I just realized the Snake, Adam, and Eva naming convention. That was really weird how that just happened to work out.
Wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were.
Yes,
Why?
because I can do things he can't.
I heard you used to be a codebreaker for the NSA.
I was. 4 years ago, I defected to the Soviet Union with Adam.
There's quite a bit of defecting going on with characters, especially her and the boss. I wonder if there's anybody else working for another group or country.
Quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Chinese Type 17 pistol. Around here, even that's hard to come by.
Hey, Joe, have you been doing better at all with her around so far? I'm going to take that as a no.
45, huh? Incredible.
Do you like it?
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. The slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger with non-slip grooves. A ring hammer?
I find it perplexing how he was so attracted to her physique a few minutes prior, though now he is significantly more interested in this firearm design than he ever was with her. If only Joe could move his focus around that easily.
Where'd you get something like this?
I grabbed it from a Western munitions armory. It probably used to belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from. You had this with you, didn't you?
All right, Joe, are you able to maintain a conversation with the group, or are you still going nuts over her? It's been over 3 minutes since her introduction, and you're still doing this. You must really have been holding in a lot for a while.
Work on the Shagohod.
Where?
At the lab. They've got a whole army of scientists there developing new weapons. Security is tight, but if you disguise yourself as a scientist, you might be able to sneak in.
Can we get Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
The idea of him disguising himself as a scientist is a unique one for the series, though I'm curious as to how he's going to cover up his face in a way that doesn't look suspicious. Like, is he going to have the bandana and everything on him with the scientist outfit?
Through the jungle. You'll come to a heliport used for shipping materials. Pass the heliport and continue north, and there will be a large crevice. Descend into that area and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp. After the swamp, there'll be a warehouse. Make your way through the warehouse and you'll come out just south of the lab.
Got it.
That's a lot to take in at once, so I'm glad he can remember all of that easily. As long as the game is pretty linear, then it shouldn't be that difficult to do all of that.
I think these games have been pretty good at having the player know where to go, so you'll probably be okay even if she's giving a lot at once.
And steady. That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight. Right, let's get going.
Wait a minute.
What now?
You must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
You'll never make it in your condition.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say, but I'm thinking I'm okay after my reaction earlier. Not sure why nobody brought it up when I was in the conversation again.
I noticed, but I didn't say anything because I try to block out the memories of when you make those weird sounds.
It is rather disturbing to hear, so I find it best to not directly acknowledge it unless absolutely necessary.
Something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
That's it?
My orders are to provide you with information, nothing more.
Hey Barack, if Joe starts to go nuts about her again, do you think that's going to distract from your gameplay at all, or should you be fine?
I should be all right, but I don't want to make any guarantees knowing how Joe can get.
I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down. What's the matter?
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
Don't worry, Snake, you've gotten caught by pretty much every important character so far. You might as well just go to sleep now, since you're not really any worse off with her here.
Trust anybody.
Gonna get that?
Oh, right, Snake hasn't gotten a radio call in more than 5 minutes, so we have to make sure someone checks up on him like always.
She's right, Snake. You should get some sleep. Although in your condition, you really ought to be back in the ICU. Whenever you save the game and quit, you'll go to sleep. Sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury.
You hear that, Barack, when you run on medical supplies. Since you'll be needing all of them, you can still stop playing the game to recover your health. That will be helpful when you inevitably get attacked by guards that see you.
I don't know why you keep telling me these things like I'm bad at the game. I've gotten caught one time and barely got hurt that much, which is way better than your gameplay was last time.
You are right on that, Barack. You're doing all right. Not sure what's happening outside, but perhaps it was not a great idea to let her watch over him after all.
I wonder what she's doing here that she couldn't do over a radio. Unless there's something more sophisticated that she has that we're not aware of.
What's the matter?
We're surrounded. I see 4 of them.
I could be wrong, but maybe she called those people here with that device she had.
I had the same idea, but we'll have to watch more to get a better idea.
We've got company. It's the Ocelot unit. Let's get out of here. Hurry. Don't forget your gear. Here, give me a hand.
Oh, good Snake can jump out the window more easily by climbing on the bed to surprise the guards.
Actually, they're about to go below to avoid them instead.
Okay, that works too.
To be fair, your idea sounds like it could work in theory, but if he breaks the glass, then it's not going to be very quiet.
Damn it, Ocelot. I'll get past them on my bike. I'll call you later.
Okay, I'll keep them busy. Huh?
I wish I were him.
Don't go dying on me now.
Okay, I know I have quite a few people I need to get around, so this will be a real test of my tactical espionage action skills. Did our editor have anything he wanted to talk about during a section where I'm just showing off my takedown and sneaking skills?
He did, but let's not get too off topic quite yet. I think we should see at least a little bit of your thought process on how you're going to get by here.
I intend to get by carefully, that's the goal.
That was not quite what I meant.
Be careful with that suppressor since you only have the one and it's going to stop working, which would be really bad for you.
I'll be just fine. I'm not going to shoot that much unless I really need to do it.
Donald's right, though. You can't shoot them multiple times like that, even if it is faster, since you just need to save it more.
Okay, point taken, but I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem. It's not like they're all bunched up together and going to see each other be unconscious.
While your suppressor becomes closer to not working, we can acknowledge some of the comment questions we've asked over the past few videos and look at some answers. For the first question about what people thought of the remake, the only response we saw to that question was that the remake was good, which based on what little coverage I've looked at seems to be the consensus, which is good. As for the question about ideas for the next collection, we did not get any, though we did get answers to a different question we asked, which was about the interruptions during cutscenes. We received both answers of interrupting as we have been is fine, though some didn't want as much dialogue with the scenes, so we can keep it as it is for now. With more important scenes, we can let them play out more.
That was pretty close for that guy on the roof seeing you, but you got him. As for today's question, we'd just like to hear people's inputs on mine and Jordan's new voices. We think they are improvements, but ultimately we will leave that up to the audience to determine. Not exactly Metal Gear related, but still something that is important and will change if you all think we should do so.
Honestly, Ben, I'm pretty sold on your voice, but for Jordan's, I'm more skeptical, so the audience input will be great for the group. Barack, I thought you were trying to save your suppressor, but then you shot at that duck figure.
You're right, Donald. I apologize. I should have just taken the suppressor off and had everyone hear me.
No, I mean, you shouldn't have shot at it to begin with since it's not going to benefit you, and in fact, it just harms you since that's another shot that your suppressor was used for that isn't going to any guards.
I'm sure it's fine, Donald. Every one of our viewers can remember this moment in case I somehow do become really bad at this game and know that I was always bad with suppressors, but I am sure that will not happen.
I mean, you're not doing so great here when you can't get a headshot. I know you don't have the best angle, but you don't have to shoot him more than once since you could just wait until one would take effect.
All right, guys, I get it. These suppressors are the most important thing in the entire game, but I can play this my own way. I have a much better camera than either of you did, so this is going to be just fine. I don't have to worry if every single shot isn't completely perfect.
Okay, yeah, maybe we were being a little harsh. Let's just watch you finish this off, and then I think you'll be done with the gameplay for today.
I see him.
Oh man, I was so close to getting through that whole section with no alerts. I suppose it wasn't that bad, even if I did get caught at the end.
Just another tally to the increasing alert count for the playthrough. But yeah, otherwise you did all right there for a while.
I've been waiting for this moment.
I said it before, but Major Gigachad has a really noticeable chin there. I just always see the resemblance.
That is still not his name, Joe.
That's the stance. I don't think so. What? A female spy? This bitch is wearing perfume.
That's a terrible thing to call my woman. I mean, that person that we just met.
Great save, Joe.
Your judo. I see you've got yourself a single-action army.
That's right. There'll be no accidents this time.
You call that an accident? Well, it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been showing off.
What did you say?
It's a nice gun, I'll give you that. But the engraving gives you no tactical advantage whatsoever.
I find it amusing just how much Ocelot took from their previous encounter. Like he's probably going to remember that line about the engravings for the rest of his life.
Very basic thing. You don't have what it takes to kill me.
We'll see.
This is the second time he has been absolutely destroyed in a fight, and I doubt that is ending anytime soon.
I am skeptical that the motorcycle obeyed the laws of physics due to the way it just flipped into the air. Still, that looked really cool, regardless of the accuracy to reality.
You have to get a feel for how many you have left. This is a high-class weapon. It's not meant for shooting people.
Damn!
Incredible comeback there, Ocelot. You really got him good with that one.
This isn't over yet.
Don't.
Why?
He's still young.
You'll regret stopping me.
All right, guys, while this scene ends, it's about time we finish things off for today. Glad this was a little shorter compared to the last one we played since it went on for almost an hour.
Yeah, we'll see if the next ones coming up can be a little shorter than that. Viewers, make sure to let us know what you think of the voices for next time.
We should have another part in a couple of weeks, so be ready for that when it comes out.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And peace out, people.